Capricorn? It's your girl, JV. Hi, Priestess. Back at it again with the general tarot reading for Capricorn Sun, Moon, and or Rising for Virgo season 2020. Now I got a lot of random channelings for you guys, so bear with me. Grab a drink. Also, speaking of drinks, you may want to chill out on alcohol for a little bit if you feel like you're overdoing it. Also, on the opposite end of the spectrum, if you are overly anxious, bitch, have a glass of wine. But what I do feel strongly is you guys need to chill on caffeine. If you are consuming more caffeine than normal lately, go ahead and check that, please. Also, consider switching to tea. This is a paper straw, bitch. Don't come for me. Anyway. Also, if you guys are in parts of the world that get cold during the winter, I want you to consider researching supplements now. Go ahead and start consuming some vitamin D, finding a supplement that you like, getting a regimen going so that you can go ahead and start building up your vitamin D. Also, I want you guys to look up organic St. John's wort, ashwagandha also, and St. John's wort for your mood regulator. Also magnesium. What is the other one? Jesus, I want to say HT. I'll find it later. All the raver kids take it after festivals. And it regulates your mood. Like a night after Molly, it's like, shit, what is it called? I'll think of it. I'll put it in the comments. Ashwagandha to manage stress. There's even an ashwagandha Epsom salt that you can buy. You'll be able to get it from me as well. Just holler in my DMs. Also in ginkgo for focus. Needing to be able to stick to the plan and not deviate mentally. It feels like kind of ping-ponging. Also, so holler at your supplements. Also, some of you need to be taking a multivitamin, or the combination of supplements that you're taking are possibly problematic. So that could be a thing. Just want you to check it out. Also, for Scorpio, womb issues came up. But for you guys, I feel like there's something going on with the back door still. So like, not still, I don't know why I said still, but like check your underwear. Like maybe you're wearing, like for women, like maybe you're wearing too tight of a thong, and it's creating problems. Or men, maybe your underwear that you're wearing are too snug, or there's just not enough support or something. There's something with like underwear and bowel movements and stuff needing to be just checked. This didn't fly out, but it popped out to me. I'm going to take it. First card out being the 7 of Cups. So, yeah. I want to get to this stuff, my astrological stuff first before we get into the cards. There's a lot here for you guys, and I'm ready to get to it. So, yes. Switching to tea. Also, are some of you like secret drinking or drinking alone? There's just something there with that. So your ruling planet, Saturn, is currently retrograde in Capricorn, along with Pluto and Jupiter that are retrograde, all piled up right there in Capricorn. Saturn does not go direct until September 29th. So there are highlighted issues, or your relationship with time and limitation may be askewed or highlighted right now. And it's time to, not even just for Virgo season, just for the rest of the year, I feel like you guys are really reevaluating your boundaries, your personal boundaries, your relationship with authority in your life, you being the boss versus you answering to someone, that kind of being a thing. Collaboration could be something new that you're getting, better at. And lean into that. Collaboration is a beautiful thing, and it's something that you need to be able to have like under your belt. You need to be able to do that versus just being the one who runs everything. And definitely your relationship with responsibility. I'm gonna light this back again. Like, are you taking on too much responsibility, or are you taking on too little? Are you taking on responsibilities of things that should be handled by other people? Are there things that you need to delegate? With this Seven of Cups being the first card out, it's just like there's a lot going on. There's a lot of passion. There's a lot of passion projects. There's a lot of things that you're interested in. There's a lot of things pulling on your heartstrings, pulling you in different directions. And there's a lot of daydreaming, a lot of fantasizing, a lot of uncertainty. And it kind of feels like some of you are just kind of taking yourself out of the game. It's just like, I don't know what to do, so I'm just not doing nothing. I'm just going to sit here and see what happens. And that's not the move. You're taking yourself out of your power when you do this. You're putting yourself in the background here. This is operating from a place of shadow. A lot of you may be in a place of just like being in dream world. And that also could be something about this substance issue. Like, all right, play with it if you want to. It's just like some of you maybe smoking a lot, so like your snacking is out of order, you're overeating, or some of you need to just really reevaluate your snacking and your eating habits. But also some of you are just, this feels like drinking. This feels like too much drinking and too much drugs. And I feel like I've already said that before for you guys. And I mean, I'm not anybody to fucking judge, but yes. Magician. First major arcana out. This Virgo season, you really step into your power. You really are getting aligned. You oriented. Having experiences that overwhelm you with self-sufficiency, and that overwhelm you with like the knowing that you got it, that you have enough, that the resources are there. This Virgo season feels powerful. And this looks like a breaking away from the daydream, breaking away from the fantasy, breaking away from like all the ways it coulda, shoulda, maybe woulda been, and really stepping into a place of, this is what it is, this is what the reality is, this is what I need to do to effectively communicate, and I want to effectively communicate. I want to have meaningful conversations. I want to be present. I want to commune with the divine. That was also something that came up hard for you guys, and I'm sorry I even skipped this. Thank you, Spirit, for bringing me back. But you are stepping up. Those of you who are into like the esoteric and the metaphysical, your ritual game, it needs to be stepped up. And it's like something came about rushing through your rituals. It's just like you need to be in a space where you have time and you can revel and you can fully immerse yourself in the spiritual experiences or in your ritualistic dabblings. For those of you who aren't ritualistic, there's something about needing to get really intentional about things. Some of you may be like, maybe attempting to pray for the first time. And yes, lean into that. Lean into this Virgo season. You will be communicating with the divine in a different way, communicating with your personal power, communicating just in general really differently, really clearly, reaching for vulnerability, leaning into your vulnerability, and when you do that, being rewarded, like other people being able to like give you warmth back, because a lot of people, I mean, in Capricorn, it's just like cold. And you don't want to be that cold person anymore, though it's worked for you. But I feel a season of warmth. Good. Now, on August 24th, Mars squares Venus, and there are possibilities for conflict with an Aries, a Scorpio, another Capricorn, or, it's funny, I just said Scorpio, another Capricorn, or an Aquarius, the death card. We're going to get there. And there's possible tension or friction in regards to what you want to do versus what you can physically do. You dreaming stuff up. There's a lot of like, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to do all of this, but I don't know how. I don't know where to start. I don't know what to pick or what to attack first. And with the Magician being the second card out, it's like it becomes very clear. And with the Death card, it becomes even clearer what needs to end in order for you to step into your power. What endings need to be accepted. What transformations, what rebirths needing to be taken seriously. Because there is a rebirth, there is a shedding, there is an ending of a chapter. And you being reborn through magic, you being reborn through power, through faith in the divine. Okay. So what you want to do versus what you can physically do, your ambitions versus your career. Also something coming up with bucking the system. And, like, I want to ask, like, what has you feeling restricted? You needing to explore whatever it is that has you feeling restricted in your life right now. And with Venus in Cancer directly across from you and that fucking planetary pileup in Capricorn, it can illuminate some oppositions or friction in regards to your love life. You know, your heart's true desire versus your career or your public life, or your heart's true desire versus what you're actually willing to show, to display. If you're choosing to be brave enough to show how you really feel or to reach for what you really want. And lessons about possibly dating people that you work or that you create with coming up and being a thing. So, and those boundaries, those lines, those details being highlighted. So just, expect those things come Virgo season. But let's get into these chords. Seven of Cups. It's possibly somebody with a heavy Gemini or Virgo placements. You may have heavy Gemini or Virgo placements, like a Gemini moon or rising. But I feel like there is a part of you that is in the fucking clouds, and there's a part right now, and your ruling planet is, close, not really, but it's closest to Aquarius than it is Sagittarius. So it's very likely that you're in the clouds. It's very likely that there is a daze or that a fog, possibly. And someone with heavy Gemini or Virgo placements could come really help clear that up. or that part of you that really is desperate to effectively communicate really rises up. Rises up and ends the things that need to be ended. Come Virgo season, yes, there's death. There's ending. Some of you actually could be learning about someone that passes away or someone that has passed away, and you possibly trying to communicate. Like, I feel like some of you are trying to communicate with people, with a family or of someone that possibly died. Yeah, like reaching out or giving love. It's interesting. Death followed by the Knight of Cups. It's like when you let it go, it starts to flow. And I promise I didn't try to make that rhyme. But like, white horse followed by another white horse. Being in motion. This rebirth, it's just like, yo, whatever needs to end, whatever you're done with, just fucking let it go. Set that person free. Set yourself free. And pursue what you want to pursue. There are a lot of creative pursuits here that need to be leaned into. And also spiritual pursuits that need to be leaned into. I think right now you guys are in a place of like, have you forgotten your faith? Did you ever really have any in yourself? And I feel like there's just this new level of faith. Look at these horses. Knight of Cups to Three of Swords. This is, okay, we're going to look at this. Death. Knight of Cups. Knight of Pentacles. Two white horses and a dark horse. It's just like there is movement. This looks like rebirth. Finally understanding the gifts that you have. Finally understanding the power that you hold. There is new love here. There is new opportunities for money. Don't be worried about money. You really need to start getting in a place of faithfulness. And that starts in your mind. And it's like so much deeper than like The Secret and Law of Attraction, all this stuff. But there's power in your words. Your words are spells. You need to make sure that you're telling yourself what you actually want to believe, and the words that you're speaking actually reflect how you want your life to be. So stop with the, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know, like, if I'm going to be okay. Everything's tight. No, it's not. I'm good. I'm taken care of. The universe is abundant. There is enough for me. There's no need for scarcity here. But there is a need for vulnerability. And that's something that keeps coming up. It's just like, I feel like you guys are still getting over a massive, massive heartbreak. Getting over, like, mastering the shadow of pain. Getting out of the shadows. Slowly and steadily. Because with the Knight of Pentacles, it's the slowest moving knight in the deck. And the Knight of Pentacles is just like, don't put your healing on any kind of a timeline. But also healing isn't, make sure that you're healing in ways that aren't self-destructive. So that's where I meant with like the eating, the over drinking, the doing drugs, the smoking. I mean, all of it, like maybe even drinking alone, or even if you have like drinking buddies, it's just like, just check it. That's all I'm saying. Just take a look at it. Don't be unaware. But when you close the door, another one opens. And the one that needs to open, it isn't you giving yourself to another person. I feel like there's some self-love and some work that needs to happen. Yeah, that needs to be, there's empowerment here. Don't ignore any pain or grief that you're going through. I did say something about Queen of Wands. There may be pain and heartache in regards to a fire sign. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or someone with heavy Aries, Leo, Sagittarius placements. I'm going to do one more. And the Ten of Wands. It feels like it never ends. It's a lot of pressure. It's a lot of work. People putting in work. There also may be a fire sign who is putting in work. Or you may be feeling pressured by someone with heavy fire placements to move beyond pain. But the Queen of Wands is out saying, like, no, this is your time to really get your shit together. Get to a place where you are future focused. Get rooted in reality about your business versus fantasy. Get rooted in passion versus fantasy. That's what it's just like. Be driven by passion versus by emotion. Or just, you know, the watery, like, over emotional feeling. It's like, don't get derailed. And I'm sorry if I'm not making sense. I feel like I'm like stuttering, or like it's just not making cohesive like thoughts. And that may be something that's coming up with you guys. You may be really stressed out and you're just not thinking clearly. Or you may be working push so much, go so hard that you're like ignoring the fact that you need some time. You need some healing. You need some to be open, to be vulnerable, to allow for some, maybe even some alone time. I want one more card of advice. For Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Virgo season 2020. This end is way longer. But it gets better going from the 10 to the 9. But it has to do with taking a look. Taking the blindfold off. Ooh, bottom of the deck, the Fool. When you take the blindfold off, and have some faith, the universe illuminates the path before you. And when you take a leap of faith, when you jump, the universe will rise to meet your feet. But you got to look at it. You got to talk about it. You got to actually, and also I feel like some of y'all are just talking about it. It's time to like do something about it. It's time to act before you burn out. Some of you need to delegate some tasks before you burn out. Because this new beginning is just ready for you to cut your losses so you can just be on with it. All right, I love you. Let's get into it. All right, Capricorn, I want to go ahead and start clarifying this Seven of Cups right here. With that being the first card out, it's like there are a lot of opportunities. Yeah, but it's just like, are they all good opportunities? Are you seeing everything clearly? Are you sure? It's just like, be careful. You know, you just may, there just may be some unrealistic ideas or a lot of like wishful thinking going on. Like some of your desires may not be actually like rooted in your physical reality. And so it's just like, be careful about getting derailed or distracted here. Please clarify this. Ooh. Yeah, be careful about getting distracted or derailed. And this being a time where you really need to lean into your originality. There may be a Leo around or someone with heavy Leo placements that's like contributing to the illusion of things. There's definitely a fire sign around, but this is a Leo card, and this is Sun in Leo. So there could be definitely, and also sun is still technically in Leo right now. So right now, I feel like there are situations going on that you aren't necessarily seeing clearly. Please clarify the Magician. That you aren't, so there are situations that you're not seeing clearly. There may be relationships or friendships with people that you're not really seeing clearly, that you may have wishful thoughts about or be fantasizing about, but the fantasy may not be actually, it just may not be what you want it to be or what you think that it is. And right now, you're in a position of being asked to lean into your own individuality, for you to evaluate your relationship with your responsibility. What is actually yours? What needs to be delegated? We've talked about this even before the cards came out. But it's like, don't be also like so swayed by your sexual desire. Like, don't, there could be someone who is just like clouding your good judgment because like you're horny. So that's a thing. But with the Magician coming out, it's like someone could be, there could be like trickiness or just some mysteries around, or someone creating an illusion or creating a spell. Or it could be you. It could be you that's necessarily like, that's lying. Interesting. So there is empowerment in regards to love. And I feel like there are proclamations of love coming. People reaching out to you that really do love you and care about you, but you need to have your cup full, and so does this other person, in order to get through this rebirth and transformation. But there is an acknowledgement that of the divine within you that needs to take place. This winding of the Kundalini, and then this infinity sign above his head. It's just like there is this divine involvement here that's taking place. And I feel like the Magician does come in. There will be a time in Virgo season where the illusions get cut, where the jig is up. Someone's giving excuses, or has been giving excuses, or you're giving excuses to someone, and it comes out. The truth is revealed. Your heart's desire is revealed to you. You are able to find the words. You are given the words to say what you need to say, and you're given the ears to really hear what you need, what your heart needs to hear, so that this metamorphosis can take place. Please clarify the Death card. What needs to end or be released? Because once you release, your creativity levels up. Your creativity goes forward. It moves forward. It doesn't move at the pace that you want it to move, but it does increase. Your creativity, your romanticism, your confidence, positive emotions getting more balanced and more prominent in your life. But it's still this time, to rest and to generate some mental stability for yourself, to pray, to access spirit, to this is the getting ritualistic, getting meditative, so that the softer side of you can flow. Please clarify that this, I just want something in regards to these horses. Please clarify. I feel like there are different versions of yourself that you need to mount. It's like you are really comfortable with the dark, shadowy version of you, but you're not so comfortable with the light side. You're not so comfortable with, maybe even, it feels like you're not so comfortable with being positive, or you're not so comfortable with like expressing optimism, or you're not comfortable with expressing vulnerability. And it's just time to really get honest with yourself before you're expected to be truthful with anybody else. Whew. And in regards to this, these 3 horses, there's emotional fulfillment. An ending in the cycles, a 10 here, 10 here. An ending in cycles, in an emotional cycle. Some of you may have somebody that you have kids with that you are walking away from. Some of you may have, 10 plus years invested in this person or this project or this job. This isn't just about love. It's just like you may have been doing something for the last decade and it's just really changing. But there's a very specific path that you're being led towards. Look at this crown. You're finding your way back to your crown by allowing moderation, by slowing down, acknowledging what actually hurts, acknowledging that you are in recovery from something. Someone else is also that you love is also in recovery from something, and they may just need time, or you may need to give yourself time so that you are, 2 cups, so that you are equal in your love, equal in your giving, that there's reciprocity and mutuality here. There may be a Sagittarius. There's definitely fire signs here. There may be a Sagittarius here that you do experience fulfillment and happiness with, and that you are wanting to pursue, but you know that there are shadow sides to you that you need to master. There's pain, residual pain that you need to tend to before you go pursuing something new. Or before you're able to actually, like, for real, invest in something new. But it's getting better. All right, please clarify this 3 of Swords. What can Capricorn do in order to really prioritize this healing? Please clarify the 3 of Swords. Well, you can definitely look forward. And what can you do? Honestly, this feels like there isn't anything that you're able to do. You just need to sit with it and be patient and understand that the love that is yours is coming to you by way of the Almighty. There's not anything that you're able to do. No position you can place yourself in. There's no special place that you can sit and wait in order to receive this. Your steps are divinely guided, divinely ordered. And you will receive new levels of love, new relationships, new spirituality, new depths in your spirituality once you really start facing this pain. There also could be some kind of like third party. There's something here with 3s. Like there may be 2 people that you are interested in, or 2 or 3 people that you're interested in, but there's, fucked up history or pain or stuff there. But it's like once you stop evading it and stop avoiding whatever it is, a newness comes out. Something new is born. Something new is given. Something divine is given. This feels like forgiveness. This feels like a new start. And even how the gold is illuminated, how the light is hitting right here, it's just like there are truths coming out. There are illusions being broken. And it's time. Please clarify the Queen of Wands. And you're really being advised to, there's a dope pairing here, with the King and Queen of Wands out. Some of you may feel like you've really met your match, or you really know who your person is, but there could be separation there. Purposeful separation. But look, all these big cards that get to the way, you know, that step up. There is a divine path, like I said with this. There is a divine path. Back to the Crown. Please clarify the Queen of Wands. And the Queen of Wands, what I do know is that she's telling you to keep it moving. And by keep it moving, I don't mean ignore or evade your heartache. Keep it moving by like doing something about it. Being kind to yourself. There's also someone, a fire sign, that possibly could help like level you up or give to you, wants to invest in you, has taken care of you before, is in a place of really leveling up themselves. Their scales are being recalibrated. So it's like, don't worry about anybody else. Worry about yourself. Focus on you. Focus on getting yourself in a place of being sincerely humble, sincerely generous. Check your motives for generosity, for giving of yourself, for giving of your, giving of your time and your energy. And stop being done with the evasion. Being done. Take the blindfold off. This person, you may have issues with the fire sign, and just emotions that you don't want to look at, things that you don't want to talk about. You're just over your, head over heart, choosing logic over addressing your actual emotions. But by the end of Virgo season, you're not scared to look at it anymore. And you need to look at it because your cycle, and there's an ending of the cycle in your spirit. There's an ending of cycles in regards to your emotionality, and you are getting to a place of wish fulfillment, emotional satisfaction, having the happy home that you want, traveling, really understanding your uncomfortability, getting new perspectives out of uncomfortable situations, and going after what you want so that you can acquire the autonomy, sovereignty, and independence that is rightfully yours. You got this. I love you.